Imagine that you are standing at the foot of the Statue of Liberty, a symbol of hope, democracy, and human aspirations. The wind from the Atlantic brings the smell of seawater, and the familiar noise of New York is all around. Now imagine something else. The same island, the same silhouette, but already in the year 5100. The Earth has changed, civilization has crossed the line, and the Statue of Liberty has become not just a historical monument, but a beacon for future generations and even future civilizations. Today, we will embark on a journey thousands of years ahead to see how one of the most famous buildings on the planet can transform into a world that we still only imagine. To understand how much the Statue of Liberty could have changed after 4 millennia, you first need to see it as it was in 2000. That period became an era when the symbol of the American dream had long ceased to be just a monument, becoming a textbook image of the country. At the beginning of the new millennium, the statue towered over New York Harbor in its usual appearance. Majestic, covered with a green patina, with a torch shining overhead and a plaque bearing the date of the Declaration of Independence. It was an established image, fixed in the minds of millions of people around the world. In 2000, the statue was the center of attraction for tourists, an object of national pride and a symbol of freedom, which served as a door to the land of opportunity. But even then, important changes were taking place below the surface. Diagnostic tools for monuments were developing, climatologists warned of a gradual rise in ocean levels, and engineers began laying plans to strengthen the structure and modernize the surrounding infrastructure. In 2000, the world did not yet understand the full depth of the technological changes that would come later, but the first steps had already been taken. Moving into the middle of the 21st century, the Statue of Liberty has faced new challenges. Climatic conditions were changing faster than expected. Sea levels began to rise, the ocean became more aggressive, and Liberty Island required the strengthening of the coastal zone. To preserve the monument, engineers have created a special barrier made of modern materials that can withstand storms and salt water. At the same time, the tourism industry has changed, and the flow of people has required more flexible solutions. The entire security complex was updated, new transport routes appeared, and the statue itself received the first digital layers of additional protection. By the end of the 21st century, technology had already become part of everyday life, and the symbol of freedom inevitably found itself at the center of these changes. A special climate control system has appeared around the monument, allowing it to regulate the surface temperature, prevent accelerated corrosion, and monitor the smallest cracks in the structure. The system operated autonomously and updated itself through cloud computing. The torch, which used to be a common architectural element, has become a platform for a light signal visible for tens of kilometers. Thus, the symbol of freedom acquired new meanings, confirming its relevance in the new century. But then the real journey into the future begins. Let's imagine what happens in the XCI century. Scientific thought is moving forward, and the modernization of monuments is no longer limited to simple repairs. The Statue of Liberty receives a nanostructured coating that is able to adapt to the environment. It self-repairs, prevents oxidation, and is even capable of reflecting harmful ultraviolet rays. Miniature sensors of a new generation are placed inside the copper shell, constantly scanning the condition of the structure. At this time, the very role of the statue is changing. It becomes not only a cultural facility, but also an educational center capable of interacting with visitors through augmented reality. People with special glasses can see historical reconstructions, with virtual layers in front of them showing the construction, transportation, and installation of the monument. In fact, the statue turns into a living museum that does not age, but develops with humanity. Moving even further, in the 25 to 27 centuries, civilization reaches a level at which architectural structures can be integrated into global networks. The Statue of Liberty is becoming part of a global cultural cluster united through quantum connections. Her torch becomes not just a symbol, but a real light beacon powered by the fail-safe energy of the future. This energy allows the monument to literally glow from the inside. The light coming from the statue becomes not just lighting, but part of the cultural code of a new era. By this time, New York City was already being transformed into a vertical megalopolis, which had grown up and was intertwined with air routes. The statue, located in an area surrounded by powerful engineering solutions, becomes not only the historical center of the city, but also an energy hub. Its surface is integrated into the solar energy absorption system, and the Liberty Island infrastructure itself is transformed into an autonomous mini-ecosystem. Now we are moving forward thousands of years, to the year 3000. Technology has already ceased to be just a tool. It has become a part of nature. The Statue of Liberty gets the ability to partially levitate thanks to new anti-gravity platforms. She seems to hover over the island, connected to it by subtle energy bonds. This is not just a technological miracle. It is a way to protect the monument from natural disasters, including rising sea levels, which have now become not a threat, but a constant. People living in this period perceive the statue not as a monument of the past, but as a living symbol of 6 generations of civilizations. And now, the farthest future, the year 5100. Humanity has long gone beyond the limits of the Earth, having mastered the nearest planetary systems. However, the symbol of freedom remains in its place, keeping in touch with its historical roots. By this time, the statue's appearance was changing beyond recognition, although its shape remained unchanged. It shines with a soft golden light, almost translucent, as if made of light matter. A traditional torch turns into a source of clean energy that glows like a star. There is a protective field around the statue, protecting it from the aggressive climatic conditions of Novaya Zemlya. By this time, New York had become a city where skyscrapers stretch for kilometers up, and transport moves along air corridors. And amidst all this futuristic splendor, the Statue of Liberty remains the heart in which the code of human essence is hidden, the desire for freedom, knowledge, and eternal movement forward. This journey from 2000 to 5100 is a journey not only for the statue, but also for humanity. It reflects our progress, our mistakes, our wisdom, and our desire to overcome limitations. The Statue of Liberty, despite everything, remains a symbol of unity and hope, which continues to shine for those who live today and for those who will come thousands of years later.